Internet. I'm HamsterBomb, and you are back with some more Pokemon Q-Charm. And, I know, guys, this is gonna be really weird this time. This is the first of a lot of, actually, a total of 7 episodes, unfortunately, that, weird stuff happened. I'm gonna explain it later, but just for now, except that there's a second hamster below me. We're gonna start shiny hunting in Kanto. Our first one is going to be for shining Snorlax. Okay, which I already knew because of this being in the futurish past. I have already done all this. I know I've got to explain all this. It's gonna be weird, but shiny Snorlax just appeared on its very first encounter. I should probably explain what's going on first. Okay, so if you guys don't already know, I made a video a ways back. The audio got completely lost for the 7 episodes I made for Q-Charm. I made them in advance because I had to go on vacation for a week, and then after that I had to work full-time and then a part-time on another job. So it was basically not possible for me to make those episodes for you. So, ow! So I basically was working my way into getting a ton of episodes ready for you guys. And then I found out at the very end of all of it, when I started editing, my microphone hadn't been recording any of it. And it was just my audio too, which is terrible. So, oh well, but you guys en masse all wanted to see this episode stuff anyway, so here I am figuring out some way that I can, I don't know, make some entertaining way to watch these. So, I'm saying things down there, I'm not exactly sure. I'm having great and awesome Q-Charm episodes that you guys can't quite understand at the moment, but at the very least, you'll be able to see my reactions when I do find these Pokemon live, which is why I have 2 face cams going, so there's that. But anyway, yeah, now that we're finally up to date, 1 freaking encounter and shiny Snorlax appeared. Now, okay, oh, I'm bringing out Melee? Gosh, what? Well, it's equal 50-50 on the levels. Yeah, Thunder Punch. Don't use a Mach Punch. I don't know quite what that's gonna do. Oh, okay. That was a crit. Giga Impact. That might kill us. That's got Stab. Ooh, okay, we're fine. Now, I was gonna say, I, for the most part, don't know anything of what's actually going to be happening in these episodes. I actually... Mach Punch? Ooh, that was close. So I actually, before I went on my big trip and everything got crazy, I put these into Premiere, I edited the whole thing down, and for the most part, that was really hard already. Syncing was almost impossible, and what else was really hard? Figuring out when I was trying to montage and when I wasn't. So, obviously, and even this, recording, oh, that was close. Recording like this was really, really tough. So, but the good news is, what I was trying to get to, because I wasn't able to see these, and I tried to forget about them for 2.5 weeks, I haven't seen any of this footage. So, other than a couple things, very few things I remembered, one thing I remembered, shiny Snorlax appears on the first encounter. Aside from that, though, 1, 2, come on, to Heavy Ball, 3, yes! Wow, I'm gonna be, like, oddly doing the same things that I'm doing down below. I guess that's gonna be weird. What do you think about that, hamster? I don't know, this is weird. This is really weird. But anyway, awesome! Snorlax, the sleeping Pokemon. What sounds like its cry may actually be its snores, or the rumblings of its hungry belly. Okay, I really like that blue. That is a really nice blue, and for some reason, I don't know, this Pokemon reminds me of My Neighbor Totoro. Maybe it's the big, fluffy, cuddly sleepiness and the pointy ears. Maybe Snorlax is actually supposed to look like Totoro. I don't know, I never really thought of it like that, but, anyway, yeah. So, I'm not sure what I'm still talking about there. I'm not quite, you know, click the button to name the darn thing. Give a nickname to Snorlax. We'll figure out what oh my god, Totoro! Okay! Alright, like I said, it's been a long time and I didn't remember that stuff, but clearly, I'm hoping, like, stuff like that, like my train of thought is gonna come back as we do these things. So, we'll be okay. I'm not gonna, like, totally ruin these. For the most part, I kind of remembered what... Have you ever seen a Ponyta before? Oh my god, I just battled one. It was faster than I expected. I got a blue one. I do. It was a little shocked. I still won. Oh, I'm glad for you. Okay, yeah, had to interrupt me on that. But anyway, I'm kind of hoping going through these motions again, it's gonna, like, trigger the same things, and I'll be able to, like, talk with you guys on the same kind of stuff, because I know of all the things to lose in Pokemon Q-Charm, we've lost the game audio before, which, it was, you guys probably barely noticed. It wasn't that bad, you know, in all things considered, it wasn't that bad. So honestly, like, today, I was seriously considering, we already saw the nature, I was gonna hide it for you guys. But anyway, I was seriously considering resetting over the Snorlax shiny if it wasn't good, because I really want this for my team. It's neutral, which is cool. Alright, sweet. So the ability is immunity. I think, the other one's thick fat. So immunity's okay. Honestly, I think I'd prefer thick fat. I can't really tell anything about those stats just by looking at them, so honestly, that's fine. But we got a leftovers. That is awesome. Leftovers is super helpful in this game. That blue is so bright. It is so unbelievably bright. I really like the heavy ball with it, too. Really cool. So, yeah, like, each episode, I kind of remember different things that I was talking about for the most part. It took a really long time. But yeah, so some of the episodes we've got coming up are crazy, crazy hard. And I'm really excited about Kanto. There's so many ways we could go right now. In fact, I started taking notes. I mean, I didn't do that in Johto because for the most part, Johto's pretty linear. But as soon as we get to Kanto, it like exploded what we can do. There's so much here. And another thing that I'm thinking of that I'm bringing up right now, because it's coming to me. These 7 episodes, I guarantee you guys, are going to be the last ones without capture card. Because since I said before, I filmed these beforehand. And I'm trying to, you know, commentate for them for you guys, because that's what you wanted me to do. So, at this point, I'm actually going over to the side of Celadon City to try and find the second Snorlax. And, I guess this is an upside. We get a little more time to chat. There's a lot of points in this series where I make mistakes. Or at least in these episodes where I make mistakes. And, I am obviously editing and cutting these parts out. Alex, it's the bicycle path. You put the bike on. But actually, the Snorlax was supposed to appear before that trail at all, which was only in red and blue. I actually thought there were 2 Snorlaxes in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Apparently not. Apparently there was just one. So, my intention for the beginning of this episode was, oh, well, I'll catch the first one. We'll go over catch the second Snorlax. There's an episode. It's catching shiny Snorlax. And I was going to, like, probably reset over the second one, try and get a better nature out of it. You know, I mean, we're getting so many attack buffing natures. Wouldn't it be awesome to get an attack buffing Snorlax? I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. You probably drop your speed, and that's not too bad on Snorlax, you know? So, that'd be pretty cool. But, for the most part, I mean, I was kind of playing it stupid here. Looks like I really should have been cutting this part out. So, like I said, it was really, really hard to figure out when I needed to edit, edit certain things out, because I know this is kind of hard to explain, but I actually edit episodes like this and almost anything else based on my audio, because I watch it on the bottom, and whenever that stops, and I stop talking, obviously, it's gonna flatline. Awesome, we're going to a pretty cool area after this. I don't really remember this one. So anyway, it kind of flatlines, and that tells me, like, duh, I don't want to keep that for the video, so I'll, like, clip right there, and I'll look for when I start, and I'll clip right in front of it, smash them together, and it saves a ton of time when editing, because I was, like, seamless. Nice! Shining Grimer. Wait, no. We did catch one. It was in the Safari Zone. It looks like I spit all over the screen, because I'm such a spitty person. But anyway, I'm pretty sure we got one in, this Friend Safari. Oh, no, Safari Zone. Friend Safari, yeah. We got it in the Safari Zone. Oh, man. Very cool. We don't have a muck. We don't have a muck. Alex, you better catch that. We do not have a muck. Yeah, I just said it. Did you see that? I was like, we don't have a muck. Like, I was like, wait a minute. I remember that. Yeah, do we not have muck? I'm like freaking out down there. I really enjoy this. I'm watching myself watch the game. If anybody else takes this video and like takes their own face cam and like puts it on top of it of you watching me watching this game, and then like I'll make a video of me watching you watching me watch this game, and then someone else can make a video of them watching me watching them other person watching me watching my game, and it'll just keep going, and we'll just keep adding face cams all over it. I'm actually attacking with magic. Seriously, like, why didn't you use flash or something? At least it'll miss up throw a bit. You know, that reminds me of another thing I was thinking. I gotta make sure that I pull up Cerebi, you know, for these encounters, so I know, like, what's actually going down here. Oh, that'd have been lucky. That was a cool ball for him, too. A dusk ball. Well, it's nighttime, so might as well go for it. Hey, it's dark out here again, too. Except that's my backdrop. I mean, like, it's dark as in it's 10:15, and I really should be getting ready for bed, but I'm not, because I want to make these videos, and I love Q-Charm so much, and it's got to go up really soon. Nothing. Okay, so those are 1,000 Pokédollars a pop. We don't want to keep wasting it like that. Fling failed. Okay, so that's an odd move. Muck knows some weird moves. You know, I never really raised a Muck. He's like a physical attacker. It's like nothing really makes sense with Muck. I don't get it. So Sprout was a dangerous decision, but he's my only Pokemon that can catch him better. So hopefully, from what I'm doing here, oh, of course, I'm gonna keep missing. Mud Bomb. Well, okay, as long I was hoping he didn't use a poison move. As soon as he does, Sprout is in for it. Oh, lucky. Freaking lucky, but I can't hit it. That's the problem. Minimize again. Ah, Spore. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, that was us using Spore. I was gonna say, how did Muck use Spore? I obviously, I can't check the bottom screen, and like, I'm not the one actually playing this anymore, so. Yes! There we go. Shining Muck. That's a really cool Pokemon. I'm pretty sure, was it Underdog 2020? If you're watching this out there, I know you just hunted a shiny Muck. It was awesome. Hey, I did it first. But you wouldn't have known that because this was weeks ago, and oh well, never mind. You beat me to it on YouTube, I guess, but anyway. So, the sludge Pokemon, they love to gather in smelly areas where sludge accumulates, making the stench around them worse. I can imagine. Yeah, they're just piles of garbage, or, I don't know, scum. Muck's nickname, Algae. Nice. I like that. I like that name that I came up with in the past. Kudos to you, HamsterBomb. This is gonna be weird, isn't it? It's gonna be really weird. So, I'm kind of curious who we got left here, so I'm actually gonna be pulling up Cerebi to try and figure this out. I know it's kind of odd, but I'm gonna be watching myself actually like do this at the same time, because for the most part, I'm trying to get back into the same mindset I was when I was hunting these, like I said before. So, I'm not sure exactly which route we're on. I'm gonna go to Poke Earth because that's gonna let me like pinpoint the exact position. We're left to Celadon, wherever the heck that route number is. Lots of Grimers and Mucks out here. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Wait a minute. Why does this have a whole route right here? Route 16 is different from Route 17, which should be the same thing. Yeah, pretty sure it's the same thing. There's a grass patch back there somewhere, but whatever. We're actually on the bike path, so just in case there's a difference, I'm gonna go on bike path. Another shiny Grimer. Eh, whatever. So, yeah, for the most part, the area we're in right now, yeah, we're really just trying to find Mucks and Slugma. Slugma is going to take a while. Grimers are 50% finds. This is a cool area to hunt in. Except for the fact that you really have Fearos in here. Not at nighttime, though. Hunt in this place at nighttime, guys. This place is awesome, because fortunately it was night in my game. Totally cut out the Fearo. The downside is, though, it actually changes that 50% Grimer, and it takes the 40% of the Fearo and absorbs it into the Grimer. It's just 80% Grimer. Like, nice. Well, obviously not all of that. Mucks were 5% before, now they're 15 at night, so most of that chunk got sent into the Grimer, none of it for Slugma. Slugma is perpetually 5%. Day, morning, night, no matter what. So that really stinks and can honestly take a really, really long time. And oh, we need 2 of them. We do. We need 2 of them. We're gonna need the Slugma and then the Magcargo, the Magcargo. Magcargo, as in like escargot. It took me way too long to figure out that's what his name was supposed to be, because I always said Magcargo, as in like magma, Magcargo. I don't know, but I totally messed that name up for such a long time. I never really watched the anime at all, so I don't really hear them, like, pronouncing the Pokemon's names correctly, assuming they say them correctly, because I'm pretty sure there's gotta be several points in the anime where they say Pokemon names that, like, they say it so weird, I just insist I'm never going to say it like that. Like, Rayquaza, I hate that. I cannot call him Rayquaza. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's not spelled like that. Like, there would be a Y in his name if it was Rayquaza. If there was a Y, sure, I'd call him that. But there isn't. It's Rayquaza. You know? Like, I don't know. I feel like the group who does Pokemon names, converting them to English, like, they spelled them a certain way, and then they, when asked how to pronounce it, could, like, I mean, you can't assume that the Japanese crew who's working on this knows exactly how to say English properly, so I'm sure they probably asked him. They said something kind of weird, and there's probably some Pokemon who were like that, Pokemon in the TV show is perpetually saying really strange, and I don't know, they just keep saying really weird stuff whenever they're doing this Pokemon naming business. Okay, this is gonna take a while, isn't it, here? I got a feeling it is. So, for the most part, I actually right now have no choice but to sit through them and like kind of watch and wait. Not through the entire thing though. Basically what I did for the editing, because I didn't want to be spoiled at all by how the videos were gonna play out. Like I said, I kind of waited until me and the Facecam stopped saying things. I was scrubbing really fast, so I didn't like see anything in the video footage. Wow, this is the only little piece of grass. Is that really it? But anyway, nice, finally, but it's red. Or an orange, like a scarlety color. Slugma is an interesting Pokemon, especially for being so rare. Isn't it weird that he's a Johto Pokemon, but you never find him over there? You only see him here in Kanto. I don't know, like, who's else like that? Houndour? I think Houndour's like that. Houndour or Houndour. That's another one I always said wrong. I always said Houndour, but it's got to be Houndour or something like that, because there's a U in there. There's a random U in there, which is a reason where I'm like, I know I should appreciate the fact that, you know, there's some crazy way you're supposed to be saying that Pokemon's name, but I don't really understand it. I am also a little bit worried when we do hit the part where I stopped talking and we start to speed through it, because the way I'm recording this is I'm trying to time it up by watching the clip in Premiere itself. This is giving me like a demo so I can time this clip up and put it in there so I render the video once. I have like no space on my computer to be rendering all those out and then putting them back in Premiere and then doing this on top of that, then putting it in there and then rendering it again. I don't have the time for that, nor the computer space for that, so that would really be insane. So hopefully this works, and the only reason I'm bringing that up is because when you compress videos and speed them up, especially long clips and very high quality clips, and you smush them into little bitty spaces, oh, you have problems. You have a lot of problems because the computer has to do so much work to keep up with that. Man, had I known that this route existed, I so would have hunted here. Like, back a ways, you know, way back when I was doing all the 81, 92 hunts all the time because there wasn't a better option. Man. Oh, here we go. Here, we're finally going. Now, here's what I was worried about. If, for me, if Premiere can't keep up with this montage, that means it's going to be dropping frames for me and pushing me back a little bit. This is crazy. This is really crazy. I was doing this for... Wow. I never see them like this. This is the first time I've ever seen my own montage. I mean, like, of course, I've seen a couple videos on YouTube after I'm done, but it's different standing here watching it. Yes! I don't know why I was surprised there. The montage ended. Of course it was going to be a shiny Slugma. It looks so nice, though. Look at the eyes. They're like little golden eggs. Oh my gosh, he's always been one of my favorite what? I don't know, I'm laughing about something over there. I don't know what it is, but... What? I really wish I knew what I was saying. That's why I was so upset that one video that I showed you guys when I was asking for any possible help, ways that we can fix these videos. I'm just so disappointed because I had a lot of fun recording these 7. I thought it was 6 for the longest time too, but it was 7 episodes, which, hey, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Because, hey, it beats me saying, all right, we lost 7 episodes Pokemon Q-Charm. Let me just show you what they looked like, what Pokemon we captured. Though, you know, hey, it's not totally as bad as like what happened when we lost an episode a long ways back when we lost the Sudowoodo. Oh my gosh, I lost another. I just realized only one of my 3 Interact videos that actually works for Q-Charm, which is Sudowoodo, Lapras, and Snorlax. Only one of them didn't have anything wrong with it. Like, what are the odds of that? Oh, Slugma knows Recover? I didn't know that. False Swipe. That's so freaking weird. Are you kidding me? I didn't know that. I mean, I've never really raised one. Their big problem is a ×4 weakness to water, which is a very ×4 weakness to water, which is a very common attack type. It's very, very common Pokemon type as well. I think it's the most plentiful Pokemon type in like, all of Pokemon, which is why in Pokemon Randomizer, the original, I was so excited that my Kyogre had Synchronoise, assuming it's pronounced Synchronoise, where basically it does damage to Pokemon of the same type. Yes! A Premier Ball! Cool! But yeah, so because I was like, okay, my theory behind this keeping Synchronoise is that, sure, as a Psychic Pokemon, it doesn't work too often, but when most Pokemon are Water type, that's pretty sweet. Awesome, the Lava Pokemon. It never sleeps. Okay, it never sleeps. That's all I got out of that. Which, yeah, okay then. Nice, Hamster. I was trying to read that there. Anyway, what was I saying? That shiny looks really nice. I was trying to say that earlier. It looks like they really put some thought into that one. Like, what kind of charcoal? Yeah, that's actually what I was just gonna say. It's like a burnt kind of burnt out kind of version of that Pokemon. Like if you saw a Slugma and like doused it in water, it wouldn't like shrivel up and die. More than likely, instead, it would actually like get all burnt, because that is still a slug. It is a Pokemon. So yeah, it would like get all burnt up and turn black and charred, and it would look really cool. What happens to Shiny Macargo? I have no idea why they chose to make him pink, but they did. But yeah, times 4 weakness to water. It's really plentiful, and Macargo is really slow, which is a big problem with him. I mean, it's a slug. It's supposed to be, but I just feel like its types that go together don't really make up for the fact for it being so darn slow. I've never fought with it, you know. It's so hard to come by, too. Like, for it not being a great Pokemon, he's so hard to get. I don't remember any easy way to get a Slugma, ever. He might be in the Friend Safari. I don't think so. You know, now that I'm curious, I'm going to click on Slugma over here. Come on now. Let's learn about Slugma, because I'm kind of curious, because he's so freaking hard to find. Now, in the 4th gen, yeah, you got a couple routes where you can find him, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's 5% everywhere. Actually, no, those routes that you can find him at, I'm sorry, are those 3 that we're basically in right now. It's the same patch of grass, for the most part. In Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you can find him at Stark Mountain. I don't know what the odds are for that. 5%. Dang. See, Slugma's like so rare, and you never really get a good chance at catching him. Apparently, you can get him in the Pokewalker, which I still have my Pokewalker, and I really wish that, you know, there was a good reason to keep using it, because I liked that idea. Though, I'm sure the Pokewalker was like their primitive, original concept of trying to get Pokemon Go to happen. Because at the time, most people's cell phones were not smartphones, and it was not feasible to even mention that you could possibly do that. Man, okay, so in the 5th generation, it is not even possible to find Slugma at all. You had to get one by trading or Dream World. That's nuts. What about 3rd gen trading it up? Because other than that 5%, there's no way to get him. He's actually a common in Fire and Leaf Green in, let me see, Mount Ember? Mount Ember, what is that? Is that somewhere in Cinnabar Island? I actually don't know what that is. That's weird, because I've played Red and Blue a ton of times, and, you know, I've just never seen that. Okay, Slugma looks really creepy in 3D. I don't know why, but he does. If you guys, like, go take a look on, or if you got a Slugma in the new games, he's just freaking creepy. I don't know why. His eyes are flat. I think that's what's bothering me. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that he's supposed to look like Bulbasaur. Or, like, he's got the magma bubbles, like, popping all over him. But he looks just oddly smooth. He looks like he came out of, like, an N64 game in the new models, the cells. But anyway, the reason I came over here to look at this, I want to take a look. Yeah, he is in the Friend Safari. That's what I wanted to see. How common is a Slugma? Alright, so, he's actually a common by Rock Smash in X and Y. That's kind of cool, because he's been so rare for such a long time. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, you can find him, 10 to 5%. Alright, yeah. Fiery Paths. I remember because I was trying to get one in there. Man, I didn't know he was that rare, though, and, like, that was the only place to get him other than the Friend Safari. This, actually, was my first shiny Slugma, so that was really cool, that we, you know, now commentated over it. Holy cow, this itty-bitty little patch of grass, I mean, for the most part, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, I would totally have hunted in here, because, think about it, more than likely you're getting a Grimer / Muck. Or you're getting a very rare chance of a Slugma, which honestly I don't think is even possible for you to Repel Trick out. I can check. I doubt it though, because those Grimers there, yeah, you can't do it because the Muck is going to be a problem. And even if you got a Pokemon at level 29, which is the only level Slugma can be at, then you're not even knocking out the Grimers because Grimers can appear at level 29. If you guys haven't used Repel Tricking at all, I know I've talked to a lot of Pokemon tricks, assuming you guys actually know what I'm talking about, but that is kind of an advanced trick, and I've had to explain it to some people before, and I was going yeah, I probably shouldn't just assume that you guys all know what I'm talking about, but I mean, a lot of you guys probably do. But yeah, for the most part, if you wanted to Repel Trick, there's other episodes I got it to work pretty well. Well, pretty well. I was waiting a really long time so that I didn't level up Magic to a certain level so that I could use Repel Trick right. I don't know. It's the one with the Steelix, if you guys are curious. The one with shiny Steelix on it. That's the one that I tried my Repel Trick. But anyway, you want to go into a patch of grass, and you look on Cerebi or something where you can see the exact levels that the Pokemon in that patch of grass are going to be at. And if the one you want is the lowest level in there, or at the very least is tied for lowest, or if you were to use a Repel and have your level be exactly their level, and you blocked out all the other Pokemon that are below that, you see what I'm saying? Or, sorry, above that. Above that. You repel everything above? No. You repel everything below. Yes, you repel everything below. So if that... I had it backwards there. So, for example, if I wanted Shiny Muck and only Shiny Muck, I would have brought a Pokemon on level 30, used a Repel Trick, ran in here. You can't find anything but Mucks. Actually, I'm sorry... I'd probably go 32, because during the daytime in the morning, Fearos can be at level 30. But for the most part, that's how you do it. So you block out other Pokemon you don't want to see. The only downside to doing that is I think it kind of makes up for that fact by whenever you would have found an encounter that was one of those other Pokemon, nothing happens at all. Instead of, bringing up an encounter of the Pokemon you were trying to find. You know what I mean? So it doesn't, turn Muck into 100%. Theoretically, it does. You will only see Mucks, but it will take a lot longer to find them. So, that's a thing, that's a problem. So, with that 5% Muck being the only thing you could find, you'd be in this for a while, till you just see a Muck, you know what I mean? So, that obviously would take a really long time, and it would kind of stink doing that kind of a hunt, but a lot of people do that, and I was just shouting out Underdog 2020, which we might be doing a collab video really soon, by the way. We gotta get it set up. The only problem is we live on the opposite sides of the world, but yeah, we're trying to work that out. But anyway, he actually does that kind of stuff all the time when he does his hunts, and I actually haven't. So, here we go again. I guess I gave up, and it's time to blast through some more of these. A lot more of these. Dang. Well, lots of shiny Mucks are going by, which is kind of discouraging, because that Muck... Oh, there was a Slugma in there. Oh, I hate it when that happens, when I'm hunting, and, I'm going through these long, bits where I'm montaging, and I see, Slugma after Slugma, or basically target after target after target, and they won't shine. Ah, it stinks. Yes, though. Now I was prepared that time, because I was like, I know it's coming, I know, but I still get excited. No matter what, I still get excited when I find the target that I was after. So, this is all assuming we catch it, too. Like I said, I don't remember anything about these. Oh, excuse me. Whenever I come right after dinner, I guess I gorge myself too much. I eat like a snake. Oh my gosh, because I actually end up working on videos, or I'm out at work or doing things all day. I'm always running around doing stuff. I'm super busy, and I'm usually running around doing so many things that I forget to eat. It was 6:30 today, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't eat anything, and so I had to go downstairs get some food. And I was starving, obviously, and then we were gonna have dinner really soon after that, and then, of course, I, eat a ton of food after that, so now I'm like the Snorlax in the beginning of this video. I'm like, oh god, this is bad. But I gotta stop that. I gotta take better care of myself, otherwise I'm just gonna lose myself. Recover, come on, really? Okay, well, at least I'm using Flash. Okay, I get it. I'm trying to protect my Parasect when I send it out in a minute. So I'm assuming at that point, Alex, it's okay. You don't need to keep doing that anymore, Flash. Its accuracy is basically nothing right now. But yeah, if it hits us with a fire attack, and I don't know what its moves are. I didn't check that, actually. It's at level 29, which means it knows Ancient Power, Recover, Harden, and Rock Throw. Actually, it's just Rock Throw that I'm worried about. It just, because it learned Ancient Power, forgot Ember, which is actually good for us, because Fire would really stink on Sprout. Though Rock Throw is going to hurt too. So is Ancient Power. Not as much. I don't know, actually. Ancient Power is probably going to hurt more than I think about it. I thought Rock Throw was stronger than that. Apparently Rock Throw only does 50 points of attack damage. That's weird. Ancient Power, however, is a special attack doing 60. Ancient Power is just flat out better attack then. Wow. It got way too... Yeah. I should not have been flashing. It got way, way too many Hardens off, and I wasn't paying attention. And Sprout's gonna die. Seriously, like... Downside to using a Parasect instead of a Smeargle. I wonder if I should have just put my Smeargle in the daycare center. I probably should have from the start. The thing is, I had Pokemon in there that I was planning on fighting with, and I did. Fortunately, I have used them all. The only ones that I haven't used that are in there still, I think is Shiny Steelix, actually, I was just talking about, and Shiny Hitmonlee. 1, 2, please. 3, please. Yes. Oh, dang. What is its catch rate? That was really easy. 190. Nice. For such a rare Pokemon. Well, okay. I'm glad that they made it easier, because darn, Slugma's ridiculous. Toast! Toast. Charcoal and toast. You just did that. Nice. But anyway, more than likely, from what I remember, that's got to be the end of this episode, because that was already really long, and I was really expecting to go for 2 Snorlax today, like I said. But, oh well. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm glad that we got our shiny Snorlax out of this and we can keep moving on anyway. I mean, I really would have just gotten the other one to help me progress through Kanto. And like I said, Kanto, I said before, I was like, I don't think there's going to be too many Pokemon. There's an insane amount of them. And I'm blocking this so that I can organize the PC real quick. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to deal with that in a bit, obviously. I can't pause this because I would lose my sync. So, sorry, person calling me. I'm busy. First up, we have, I didn't even look, Muck, because we looked at Snorlax. Muck, high physical attack, low special defense. That's okay. That's pretty good. I mean, sure, physical attack, like I said, was its best stat. I wouldn't want to lower the special defense, though. That's naughty. I was forgetting that. And Stench was its ability, so, well, like, it stops you from holding items or something like that. I don't remember. Charcoal, that stinks. Adamant, right? That's not good. Well, actually, I don't know. Does it use any physical attacks, like, at all? And the other one's Hardy, which is just okay. Magma Armor? No, that's a terrible ability. I don't know why, like, who is using ice attacks against a fire type? I mean, I understand it if ice actually had a move that, you know, like Thunder Wave or Spore, you could actually, like, hit the opponent with it, and it's like 100% freeze. You just freeze them. But no, it doesn't get that. I don't understand why, because, I mean, at least give it one that has, like, a low chance. I mean, freezing is basically sleep, you know? You wait a certain amount of turns until you wake up again, you know what I mean? And you're immobile for that time. So, I don't understand, like, really why freezing? Maybe there's something else about freezing that I don't get, but there's gotta be some other reason, but Magma Armor's a garbage ability. So anyway, what do the other one have? Flame Body. That's better. Flame Body's much better. But it's an adamant one. Man, that stinks. For how rare they were, too, I can definitely not going for another one of those. That would be horrible. I can start to hear the outro music. I can. Oh, this is weird. It's like I'm watching my own episode. I am. But you know what I mean. Anyway, like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff in Kanto coming up. I've said it before, but, like, you guys, I took notes, and it just goes on and on and on. There's so many things, and it's always going to be different every episode of Q-Charm. It's going to be constant and crazy. So, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next episode of Pokemon Q-Charm. See ya!